Alright guys, in this video we're going to be talking about one of the biggest upcoming PlayStation exclusives, certainly one of the biggest PS5 titles that's going to be launching this generation, that being Spider-Man 2. A lot of fans are eager to learn more about this game and are wondering when exactly Insomniac and Sony plan to start talking more about it. While we don't know when we're going to get more official information on the game, we do have a potentially interesting leak that we are going to go over today that reveals some more information about the game. And I do have to warn you, this is coming from 4chan, so there is no way to know if there's any truth to this or if it's completely made up. So I want to encourage everybody to take it with a grain of salt, but still, I figured it would be worth maybe checking out here. So before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button to help the video out and show your support. And if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well. And so I came across this over on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit, where an individual says 4chan are claiming to know more about Peter and Miles switching in Spider-Man 2. And this is what the individual from 4chan typed up. Hello, I saw an email a few weeks ago to do with Spider-Man 2 on the dark web. I won't show it myself out of respect because it contains the names and personal info of some Insomniac employees, and my device's black bar is made out of a certain way where you can still see the censored text if you know how, but it contains some details about the gameplay loop. I think a few months ago someone came here saying that you will be able to play every mission as either Peter, Parker, or Miles Morales. This isn't true. You will only be able to play all side missions as either, but you do switch between them often. Best way I can describe it is like Radiant Dawn or Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. In the latter's case, every mission you play is done by a predetermined character, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, Piccolo, etc. And in between missions, you can free roam and do side quests specific to that character. In Spider-Man 2's main story, missions are done by a predetermined character, but in between, you can free roam the whole map and do side quests. For example, Peter does a certain main mission and is knocked out, so the next mission is Miles checking on Peter and then doing something for him. In between Peter's mission, Miles' first and Miles' second mission, Miles can free roam and do side quests or crimes, but after the second mission, you resume control of Peter. Also, remember those moments where the game encouraged you to do side quests while waiting for something to happen for the main quest? This game has more of that to encourage roaming as both characters. Side quests will also have different dialogue and stuff depending on who you do it as or what order you do it in. No elaboration on that. There is a third character who mixes into all of this but cannot free roam with a different playstyle that straight up kills people and uses smoke, projectiles, and a type of organic or artificial tentacle based on some instructions animators received for hit react animations. Another earlier leak claimed this is Wraith or Yuri, and while I believe that, it's much more reasonable to assume that this is Black Suit Peter. So yeah, this is the leak we're getting from 4chan, and I have to admit, it does sound somewhat believable. I mean, again, take it with a grain of salt. People can make up anything and post this stuff, but this one seems pretty calm, if you know what I mean. It's not revealing too much. It's not over the top. It's not revealing things that sound too good to be true. In fact, even if this were to be a made-up leak, it actually sounds like very plausible to me that this is how Insomniac would design the game. It's actually a really interesting and unique blend. And so there does seem to be some hints in this post here that he says that we're going to play with, you know, the black suit Peter, and we're going to be able to do like crazy stuff with that and maybe even kill people, which is hard to imagine. But there's also a possibility that maybe there will be missions where you play as Venom, which would be insane. I don't know how they would make that work, but either way, this sounds pretty nice. I like the sound of this. When I think of Spider-Man 2 and I think of the ways that Sony and Insomniac could improve this game, knowing that it's going to be a big open world, it's going to be bigger and better in every way than Spider-Man. I think that's what everybody's expecting, but knowing that Peter's going to be in it, knowing that Miles is going to be in it, and knowing that Venom and, you know, the symbiote suit is going to likely play a big role in this, it sounds like this is going to be a pretty awesome experience. And so I'm going to be interested to see how this works, like when watching gameplay. I feel like reading it is one thing and kind of imagining how it's all going to work, but kind of seeing it in action, it might be a lot better than what we're reading here, because it sounds like Insomniac really wants to try to balance out the ratio of, well, okay, you're going to play the story and you're going to want to go through the missions, but they really do want to encourage people to explore, do some side content. And the side content in particular is something I'm going to be interested to see what Insomniac does with, because I did like most of the side content in Spider-Man and in Miles Morales, but I do think that there are some areas that could be tweaked and improved a little bit and refined. And so we'll see if they end up doing that with Spider-Man 2. But there you go. That is the latest leak I have for you regarding Spider-Man 2. At this point, I want to ask you your thoughts. Let me know down below what you think of this. Do you think that this sounds believable? And if so, do you like what Insomniac is going for here? I'll definitely be interested to see what you have to say. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.